Hey everyone, we're in Lyon today and have decided to venture away from the more tourist-forward locations of the city. We found a walk that will take us on a downhill path through a hip local neighborhood, the Croix-Rousse. The stroll ends back here, right near the Museum of Fine Arts and not too far from our Airbnb. We're going up a hill via the metro and then walking it back down to where we started. It's easy for us to take the subway to outside neighborhoods and cities, as we always purchase at least a 1 or 2 day pass when we're on vacation. What I suggest is when you're visiting Lyon, board at your nearest station and change trains accordingly until you get to Metro Line C. From there, you travel up to La Croix-Rousse at the top. You could also just walk uphill to see the sights in that direction, but I think it's better and a bit less strenuous walking down it. Plus, if you walk down as opposed to up, you can see the hillside and, depending on the time of day, the sunset. As much as I enjoy walking everywhere in cities on vacation, I've learned that taking public transit frees up time for you to see more sights.
It's a view of the city from the other side.
Here we are at the very top, where you'll immediately notice you're surrounded mostly by locals, not tourists. We're here in November. This spot is likely even more picturesque in the spring and in the summer. If you come here early, there is a market most days. Websites in the description below provide information on what's happening in the area and what days and times certain places and events are open. This part of the descent stays nicely landscaped with trees and several cascading terraces for people to sit and relax before entering back into a more urban setting. Here's the main walkway in this neighborhood, and it's in a zone that's classified as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. We were here in the early evening and all the shops and restaurants were open. When you visit this part of the city, you'll notice rather quickly that you're in an avant-garde neighborhood. There are fun shops to pop into. There's also plenty of artistic graffiti to admire. The walls of these buildings are like a changing canvas, as new art will eventually superimpose older works.
I do.
I'm sure we weren't the only visitors on this walk, but it certainly felt like it. You'll be surrounded by locals coming and going from home or work, or just out enjoying the evening. There's so much more to see here, including the local market, murals, and Roman ruins.
Here's a better view.
The neighborhood's Roman amphitheater probably doesn't get as much coverage in guidebooks as the ruins above Old Lyon, so be sure to stop and admire it. In this historic part of the city, you'll also be able to visit a few Traboules. We didn't go into any in this particular neighborhood, but we did go through one closer to our flat in Old Lyon. Be sure to venture into some of these during your stay in town. Just remember that when you go through them, please keep as quiet as possible. People live on many of the upper floors, and since these secret passageways are cavernous, sounds carry. These are covered passages originally used for manufacturers to transport their goods. They also function as ways for the resistance to move throughout the area during the Second World War.
Up the other side. Sure enough. I do. There is just graffiti everywhere.
There's an interesting nod to classic 1980s American sci-fi cinema up ahead.
The Tech Noir on Pico Boulevard. Do you get it?
Pico is the little boulevard.
I think it's Pico Boulevard in LA.
Maybe.
Because the Tech Noir is where Linda Hamilton went in to get away from
Oh, is it?
Schwarzenegger. Yes. And remember, she called from the back, "I'm in the Tech Noir on Pico." That's funny.
Here's the Tech Noir on Pico Boulevard. In a rare moment on vacation, I chose not to go into a local tavern for a drink and something to eat. Now I'm regretting that decision, but there was more to do that evening. I'll be sure to stop in the next time I'm in town. Slowly but surely, you're back on the flat ground of the city. Be sure to visit Lyon's tourism website for information on this neighborhood and other districts you can explore. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe as I'll be adding more videos from France shortly.